Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack Willingham, the production manager at Fighting Films. It's my absolute pleasure today to be coming to you to talk about the Judo Scotland Fighting Fit project. It's been our pleasure at Fighting Films to work with Judo Scotland on this and sponsor the event. We've got some huge announcements today. We have the 3 overall winners. That's the overall fittest club, overall fittest male, and overall fittest female. And then we'll be drawing the big prizes, the 2 lucky dip winners who are in line for some fantastic prizes. To talk a little bit more about Fighting Fit and tell us what it's all been about, it's my pleasure to be joined today by Sam, Ingram and Euan Burton. Welcome along, gentlemen.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me. Euan, I'd like to start with you. How did the concept for Fighting Fit come about? It's a really unique thing you've done here to engage with your members.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the COVID situation meant that events were going to be very, very different in 2020 and into 2021. So there was a lot of discussion at Judo Scotland about things that we could do to help our members, help our clubs and help the judo community. And really that's the concept came about by trying to achieve those 3 things. So first of all, trying to give members something to aim for, to work towards, particularly members who might be competitive judoka and love that competitive spirit and something to get their teeth into. There was also the benefit that the events themselves gave some content for clubs to be able to work with their members, work with their young judo players at a time where some of them could train inside, some of them could train at their club for periods, but there was a massive variety of where people could train and what people could do. So we were trying to come up with something that people could compete in, that could be done from home, could be done potentially socially distanced, or could be done from a judo club if that was allowed. And thirdly, there was obviously that community aspect as well. We wanted to have something for the judo community to get their teeth into, to discuss, to compete against each other in. And yeah, just something that challenged them and that encouraged them to stay active at a time where potentially standardised judo practice wasn't available to them.
So you set it up around 8 different events. What were those events and what made you choose them? How did you come up with the exercises that you were going to have the people take part in?
Well, obviously there were a number of different constraints. As we've already talked about during the COVID pandemic, some people were not able to leave their homes. Some people were not able to access judo or training environments. So we had some constraints, and we needed an event that could predominantly be done from home or in and around the home. We also wanted to try and encourage people to get outdoors a little bit, because we know that's good for people's mental and physical health. And we wanted exercises that looked at the competencies that judo athletes need in terms of their physical competence to be able to be good judo players, to be good judo athletes. So we looked across all of those physical competencies, and you'll see events there to do with grip strength. So we've got the hang tough, which is really a measure of how good your grip strength is and how long you can grip for. We've got events that challenge your aerobic capacity. So our fight length flyer is an event that encourages people to get out of the house. It might only be for 4 minutes, but we're asking people to run as far as they can in the length of a judo contest, so 4 minutes, and go as far as they possibly can. And then we've got things to do with people's mobility, both in tachiwaza and niwaza. So we had some mobility exercises on the ground, some mobility exercises standing up that used judo movements and challenge the speed and agility of our judo athletes. And then, of course, we're looking at strength and strength endurance. So there were some upper body and some lower body strength and strength endurance exercises. And my particular, I don't know if I would use the word favourite, but the most torturous of the event was Our Greatest Glory, and it comes from the quote that our greatest glory is as in rising every time we fall. So we were talking about an event where we fall to the ground and get back up. So we're using an exercise called the burpee, but we're really challenging people to push as many burpees as they could in 3 minutes. And no matter how fit you are, that's going to challenge you and that's going to be difficult. So as well as physical competence, there's also an element of just digging in, working really hard and pushing when you're pretty tired or pretty exhausted. So we hope that the events that we've chosen have given people an opportunity to push forward physical development and physical competence in lots of different ways and in lots of aspects that are really important to being a successful judo athlete.
Brilliant. And there was a really good uptake, so many people taking part, and we've actually got a small compilation here of some of you guys in action, going for the best times, the best scores you could get. Let's have a quick look at that. Go. Oh.
4, 5, this is really, really good. Come on, 1.
1 minute 13, so you can just, if you want just to drop it a wee bit, you can.
Amazing, come on.
Good push-ups.
Come on, come on, come on, hold it.
Go.
Push on hard as you can now for the last 30 seconds.
Squeeze hard.
Great work from everyone involved there. Don't forget, guys, put your comments, what you thought about Fighting Fit in the comments below. It'd be great to see what you thought of the project and taking part in those events. Sam, I'd like to come to you next. In developing Fighting Fit, what did you find were the biggest challenges?
I'd say there was like 3 or 4 major challenges for us at Judo Scotland. The first being, what did the event look like in terms of literally for us? How is it going to be shaped? But also one of the big challenges was expressing that to members. Our members traditionally for us go to judo tournaments or judo events where everyone's got a judo kit on, everyone's either doing randori or doing competition or maybe doing some skill development or such like, but this is quite far away from those sorts of that sort of platform. So that was a big challenge in just actually expressing what this thing was. Some of the other challenges were easily related to that. So the process, how did you enter? Where did you find the information? What did the exercises look like? How were you going to submit the information? All those things were very difficult because they were sort of the first time we were doing it. And we must remember we're in the midst of the pandemic at this point. It was casting a big shadow over us all. And it was one of these things where we were trying to do this new project whilst also all being separated in our own homes and trying to get the information over to each other and just the ideas over to each other via the internet. That was a huge problem, but we overcome it. And I must say thanks to Fighting Films for helping us produce some of the literature. Some of the other sort of challenges were quite simple, but still quite difficult. Buy-in. If we made this tournament, would anybody actually want to do it? Because, like I said, they're judo members. They're not necessarily sort of multi-sport. They didn't sign up to become a Judo Scotland member to do a sort of multi-sport activity normal like you would expect. So lots of it was about expressing it to members and expressing the people how they did it. We had a lot of help though. Like I said, from yourselves was great. From the community generally was good. The staff in the office. But one of the main things that I'd like to mention was we had like a cross section of coaches that we got in contact from different clubs and asked them what they thought of the project. But the project had to be developed at some point before that, because we had to be able to say we think it's going to look like ABC. So it was really good to have that feedback from the coaches.
So what were the big surprise outcomes for you, Sam? What really surprised you about the project?
One of the biggest surprise, I suppose, is the sort of anecdotal sort of information we got from people. Some of the stories people sent to us about how themselves or their children or their siblings really got involved with it and really had a good time. When we were ringing round the coaches, everyone was in a completely different circumstance. So it was very difficult and it was really challenging to design something that was going to fit everybody. But because some people were interacting with their club a lot, some people were going on Zoom 3 or 4 times a week to do club sessions, and some people just purely weren't. So one of the big surprises was actually the information we got back from parents and such like saying, I'm so glad that was there because it gave them something to focus on. like I say, this was pretty much a desperate time for us all in judo, but sort of generally. And it was a time in which there were many, many reasons not to train. And for some, having a reason or an excuse to train was really important. And I'm glad that I was there for those people.
So do you think this is an event that may happen again in the future? Are we going to see Fighting Fit again?
I would personally love to see it again. There's a big review process to go after any project we do. We like to do a review, see how it was taken and such like. But I'd like to go through the review process, see where the benefits were, see if there were any bits where we thought, oh, we could do better there, or maybe it's not viable. I'm just not sure at this point. But I would love to see it because I really had fun, being part of it.
And Euan, for you as well, Fighting Fit 2022?
I mean, I think in some format, yeah, 100%. I mean, you guys are involved heavily on the World Judo Tour, and we know just how phenomenally demanding in terms of physicality being a high-level judo athlete is. So anything that raises the awareness of the importance of physical competence, but also raises the level of physical competence amongst our judoka, whatever the age they are, whether they are starting out on a competitive pathway or whether they are trying to stay fit and active in maybe their 40s like I am, it gives something for people to aim at, and it raises the level of the physical competence level of judo athletes all across Scotland. So yeah, how that will look, I think, as Sam's already alluded to, that will be shaped by a review process, that will be shaped by the feedback that we get from the people that took part in the event. But I think there's certainly some real benefit in it for individual members, for clubs, and for the judo community in Scotland.
Agreed. I think there's great benefit from this sort of event, and I'd personally like to see it going forward. And the benefits far outweigh any negatives, and it gives other people, besides people that purely like to do traditional judo tournaments, another opportunity to progress themselves and to develop.
Yeah. And some people certainly stood out, and there'll be some people hoping we do run it again so they can defend their titles. So why don't we find out who those people are? So there are three prizes that we know have already been decided, which we'll be announcing here. The first of which is for the overall fittest club. The winners of this prize will receive a Fighting Films kind of goodie bag for your club. You'll receive a huge roll-up banner branded with your club's logo and imagery, and also the Judo Morals posters that can adorn the walls of your dojo, teaching all your students the principle, the key morals of judo. So Sam, I'll hand over to you to announce the overall fittest club.
I'm very happy to announce the overall fittest club is Edinburgh University Judo Club. Congratulations, guys. Very well done.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And we still have two more to announce. That is the overall fittest female and overall fittest male. Those two individuals will win a fully branded Fighting Films Judo Scotland judo gi with your name and everything on it, fully decked out, so you can look really good on the mat. So Sam, again, I'll hand over to you for the overall fittest male and female.
So the overall fittest female is Caitlin Sandilands from Tayside Judo Club. Congratulations, Caitlin. And the fittest male is Gregor Miller from Tayside Judo Club. Congratulations to those guys. Well done.
Wow, both from Tayside. They're breeding them fit up there.
Strong.
Yeah, massive congratulations to both of those guys, and to Tayside Judo Club and also to Edinburgh University Judo Club. Brilliant results, guys.
Yeah. And
fantastic.
The other results from all the divisions will be published on the Judo Scotland website very shortly after this goes out. So congratulations to everyone that was involved. You did really well, and I was so happy to see all the videos come in and see people trying so hard and putting so much effort in. So congratulations.
And there are still, Sam, two prizes to announce. These are the big prizes. So we've got two Lucky Dip winners. This is from everyone that took part, had a chance of winning these. So we're going to be pulling a number off our special spinning wheel. The first of the Lucky Dip prizes is a white and blue Superstar 750 IGF approved judo gi with Judo Scotland branding and your name all over it, white and blue. So shall we bring up our spinning wheel, Euan, and then you can tell us when we pull our number who is the first lucky winner of the 2 judo suits.
I'm getting nervous.
There it is. You want to call it? You want to call the spin, Euan, when you're ready?
Okay, let's go then, guys.
Ooh, 62, Euan. Who is it?
Number 62, let's have a look. So number 62 is Caden Holt from Dumfries Judo Academy. Caden, a massive congratulations. We're really proud to be partnered with Fighting Films and that they've gone the extra mile for us in terms of the Judo Scotland tartan adorning the sleeves of the Fighting Films 750 judo gi. So for you to have a white and a blue coming your way, fully branded up and fully personalised with your name on both the jacket and the trousers, fantastic prize, and just desserts and just reward for all the effort you put into entering and taking part in the event. So massive congratulations.
Fantastic. And then there's one more to give, another lucky dip prize, and this is the big one. This is the home dojo. So you will get a 3 by 3 meter area to have in your living room, in your garage, in your garden. If the weather's good, it's up to you, but a home dojo set for you. So it's another lucky dip prize. So once again, Euan, I'll hand it to you for the spinning wheel.
All right then, folks, for the final time today then, let's spin the wheel. Number 8,
Euan, who have we got?
Okay, let's have a look then. So number 8 is Sammy Topaz from Castle Douglas Judo Club. Sammy, you will, regardless of what's going on, you will never be without a judo mat to practice on again. A phenomenal prize from the guys at Fighting Films, the home dojo. So I'm hoping there are potentially some siblings or maybe some mums, dads, or cats, dogs, or budgerigars that might be getting thrown about in the front room at some stage. But what an amazing prize. I think something that every judo player would love to have their own little mini dojo at home. So massive congratulations. And again, a well done for participating in the event.
Congratulations to everyone.
Fantastic, guys. Well, it's been a lovely chance to catch up with you and find out more about Fighting Fit. Any final thoughts, Euan, before we sign off?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the big thing is we purposely saved the biggest and best prizes for anyone who participated, because this was a participation event. Of course, it was a competition and we like to compete, but we just really want to say a massive thank you to everyone that took part in the event, a massive congratulations to everybody that took part in the event, and that had the motivation to keep themselves fit at a time where things were challenging, and right the way through the winter of 2020 into 2021. So from everybody at Judo Scotland, a huge well done to everyone that took part. As Sam has said earlier, the prize winners for each of the categories and each of the divisions, and there are a number of prize winners, because we had a huge amount of divisions there, and Fighting Films have provided us with some fantastic gear for these prizes. So all of those prize winners will be announced on the Judo Scotland website. And I think lastly, from me and from everyone at Judo Scotland, a huge thank you to the guys at Fighting Films. We really appreciate all the support they've given to this event, but more than that, we appreciate the support they've given to judo. And I think judo in the world would not be in the place that it's in at the moment if it wasn't for Fighting Films and for the way that they present judo to the world. So Jack, Robin, Sharon, everybody involved at Fighting Films, a massive thank you from Judo Scotland for supporting the event, and we look forward to working with you guys on this event and on other projects in the future. So a huge thank you to you as well, and lastly a massive thank you to all of our members that took part and our clubs that took part.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's great.
Great stuff. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope those people who have won their prizes will be happy, and those goodies should be winging their way to you really, really soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll be back soon with more fantastic projects.